The Little Boy Lost by William Blake, 1757 to 1827. Father, father, where are you going? Oh, do not walk so fast. Speak, father, speak to your little boy, or else I shall be lost. The night was dark, no father was there. The child was wet with dew. The mire was deep, and the child did weep, and away the vapours flew. Okay, this is a poem by William Blake. William Blake was born in London, in Soho, and he grew up in Soho. He didn't belong to a rich family. Apparently he had various visions, religious visions, when he was a child. Let's see, he began an apprenticeship with an engraver, and later he set up his own print shop, and he was a printer, is how he earned his money. He was a poet, and he also produced engravings. During his life he had various problems. He was accused of treasonous feelings against the king, treason against the king, but he was actually found not guilty. So what's this about? Well, I think this is, in many ways, is very typical Blake. Firstly, there are several things to point out. Firstly, this is the poem The Little Boy Lost. There is another poem, A Little Boy Lost, and this poem is one in a series, and the next in the series is The Little Boy Found. Okay, this poem, you can read it at various levels, and I think firstly I think Blake's idea is to tell a simple story that could also be interpreted in a religious way, in a way of interpreting or understanding God. And this is very typical of Blake, to explain something in a simple way, or to try to explain religion in a simple way which simple people can understand. So superficially and at first glance, the story is about a little boy who's walking at night with his father, and the boy is falling farther and farther and farther behind, and the boy says, slow down, or I'm going to be lost. And then we realise that the boy is lost, that the father has just carried on walking, carried on going wherever he was set to go, and the little boy is now lost. He's forlorn and lost in the middle of the woods, or in the countryside at night. But we could also interpret this on a religious level, where the little boy is talking about a human, and or human relationships with God, and that we might lose sight of God. We might not know where God is taking us, and it's very possible that everyone can have a period in their lives where their belief, their faith in God, their spirituality is not there, and perhaps the boy is praying to God for salvation, and here at the end, and away the vapours flew, and maybe here he's returning to his belief in God, and maybe The Little Boy Found, the next poem, is that part of it. So, father, father, where are you going? Oh, do not walk so fast. So the other thing to notice with this is that the first verse is talking from the point of view of the little boy. Father, father, don't walk so fast. But the second stanza is in from the point of view of an all-knowing eye, or somebody watching, or somebody watching from above. So, Father, Father, where are you going? Do not walk so fast. So please slow down, slow down. But this you can interpret as that you've got the child who is outdoors and he's begging his father not to leave him behind. There is no setting here as well, and the father is walking too fast. But this could be the idea of life is moving too fast, and the person doesn't know where to go at a religious level. Speak, Father, speak to your little boy, or else I shall be lost. So it's dark, I don't know where you are. He's begging his father, slow down, speak to me, or I'm going to be lost. And we don't even know if the father is actually there. But this could also be the human asking for God to speak to him, to make things clear, to make clear where he's going, what he should do. The night was dark and no father was there. The child was wet with dew. So now we have this a different point of view, and the child is now clearly alone. It's a dark night and there's no child there, and the child was wet with dew. I think the dew is this water that goes over the surface of everything in the morning, and maybe this is indicating that the morning is coming, that the morning is there. And the child is lost and alone and is covered in dew, and there is no hope for the child, who is now completely abandoned. And I think Blake is trying to evoke pity for the little child. The mire was deep, so the mire is talking about the mud. And the child is crying, and away the vapour flew. So the mud is deep. There are problems everywhere, and the child is weeping. He's crying because he's completely lost, and he doesn't know what to do. And then finally, away the vapour flew. The mist, the cloud that is covering everything, suddenly flew away. But what that means is it is more difficult. Maybe this is suddenly a signal from God that maybe the child's prayers for salvation are being answered. So, The Little Boy Lost by William Blake.